So guys, this was the moment the Senate president clashed with Senator Dickson from Bayelsa State after he granted an interview on Arise Television, saying he's not going to be part and parcel of this state of emergency on Rivers State and also the removal of Fubara. But guess what? The Senate president is not taking that for, he's not happy with that statement. And he has come out to shun him, that he watched him saying all kinds of things on Arise Television. I'm going to allow you to take a look at that video. But guess what? Many lawyers, even the NBA, they have all come out to condemn, this state of emergency in Rivers State and also the suspension of Fubara, saying there is no constitutional backing. I mean, that the president has no right to suspend Fubara. Neither does he have any right, or the situation in Rivers does not even warrant state of emergency. So with that, he doesn't have any right to just come and declare a state of emergency on Rivers. And now the Senate has gone ahead to approve that state of emergency. Hey, when they say these people are rubber stamp, you can see it playing out openly. So I'm going to allow you to take a look at when the Senate president and Senator Dickson clashed, because Senator Dickson is refusing to be part and parcel of those who are supporting this state of emergency in Rivers and also supporting the suspension of Fubara. Don't forget, this is a fight for 2027 and nothing else. Let me allow you to take a look at how the clash happened and the moment the Senate president approved the state of emergency imposed on Rivers. Take a look for yourself.
Distinguished Senator Siraki Dickson.
Yes.
I watch you on television.
Mr. President, I have a point of order for which you have recognized me.
Listen to me now.
Yes.
Let's not argue. If we argue, it won't be good for any of us. We are all distinguished people. You are a former governor, I'm a former governor. Let us, please, off the mic, sit down. Please be seated. I watch you on television, and you said no matter what the Senate does, the Senate will never go with you. The Senate will not go with you. You said no matter what this Senate does, the Senate will not have your vote on anything the Senate does. That's what you said on television. I don't know, but I'm saying that if you have already made up your mind to go and talk on television when the Senate has not even considered any issue, I want to let you know.
To me, please.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm only saying please allow me to preside. Allow me to preside.
Make my point for which.
Stand up and make a point.
Thank you, Mr. President. Please, we must have mutual respect for all of our colleagues, okay? And I do have regard for you, particularly as our presiding officer.
I appreciate that.
And I think that should be reciprocal. Now, the point of order, Mr. President, Henry Siraki Dickson, Bayelsa West. The point of order I rose to address is to draw the attention of the presiding officer and our colleagues to the specific provisions of our rules. Each one of us is guided by two documents: the Constitution of the Federal Republic, upon which we were sworn, and the rules that govern our proceedings. The proclamation has been read to us, and I wanted to draw your attention, Mr. President, respectfully, and the attention of all our colleagues, to the specific provisions of our rules. Order 135. The framers of this are very exhaustive. Once you say state of emergency declaration, there is a procedure.
Can you read 135?
Let me read it. Say, look, 133. When the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, by instrument published in the Gazette of the Government of the Federation, issues a proclamation of a state of emergency in the Federation or of any part thereof, he shall immediately after the publication, A, B, C, D. Now, since you have read it, now let me go to 135. The President shall, in a closed session, brief the Senate on the circumstances of the proclamation of a state of emergency.
Your point of order is upheld.
Thank you. So let's go to the closed session.
Please, he was about to move the motion for a closed session.
Thank you, sir.
In line with our rules. The rule is embedded in the heart of the Senate leader. He was about to move that motion for us to go to closed session.
Yes.
When you raise it, but I'm happy that you are reading your rules. So your point of order is happily upheld. Yes, Leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, very distinguished.
In line with our rules, the Senate in a closed session deliberated on matters relevant to the workings of the Senate, in particular the proclamation of the state of emergency by Mr. President and matters connected with the National Assembly in general. Hence, the Senate in a closed session received briefing from the President of the Senate on the circumstances of the proclamation of a state of emergency declared by Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President, Commander-in-Chief, Federal Republic of Nigeria, on the state of affairs in Rivers State. And the Senate resolved as follows. 1. The Senate invokes the powers conferred on it by Section 305, subsection 2 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, and approve the proclamation of state of emergency declared by Mr. President in Rivers State of Nigeria. The Senate further directs that the declaration of the state of emergency stated in the proclamation document and the mandate of Mr. President to review, and hereby mandates the President to review and even to terminate the state of emergency at any given time, but not later than 6 months. The Senate further resolved that Section 11, subsection 4 be invoked, providing the National Assembly the authority to set up a joint ad hoc committee of both chambers to oversight the administration of Rivers State henceforth. The Senate further resolves that a committee of eminent Nigerians be set up to reconcile the warring groups within the government of Rivers State within the period of the state of emergency in Rivers State. The Senate further resolved that a committee to reconcile the warring factions in Rivers State should consist of eminent Nigerians. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the closed session? The distinguished colleagues, the Senate hereby approves the proclamation of the state of emergency 2025 declared by Mr. President in Rivers State of Nigeria as amended pursuant to Section 60, subsection, pursuant to Section 60 of the Constitution, Section 305, subsection 2, and pursuant to our rules, Rules 1, sub B of the standing orders of the Senate, and also pursuant to Rules 134, 135, and 136 of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in support of the declaration of the state of emergency in Rivers State say aye. Aye. And those against say nay. The ayes have it in unanimity. Distinguished colleagues, let me thank you for your cooperation and patriotic zeal as enunciated, as expressed, as elucidated, and as displayed on the floor of the Senate today. It is our hope that this declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State by Mr. President will bring peace and ensure speedy resolution of all the issues that led to the impasse. And I hope that all will abide by this and use this window of opportunity within the next 6 months to resolve all issues so that we can have peace and tranquility with good governance in Rivers State of Nigeria. I so thank my colleagues. Leader of the Senate.
So guys, you can see this is why people keep saying that the Senate is rubber stamped, you know. Everybody is saying that. Many lawyers, even the NBA has come out to say that this state of emergency is not constitutional. I mean, people who read law, who understand the Constitution very well, they've all come out to say that Tinubu's government has no backing from the Constitution to suspend Fubara and to declare this a state of emergency on Rivers, that there is no provision of the Constitution that gives him that backing. But guess what? People like that Attorney General have come out to say that Tinubu has the right to fire anybody, to remove anybody. Can you imagine? And they failed to give us any constitutional backup. They didn't tell us that this is where they are getting their backup from. Those people supporting the current administration, you can see that many of them have become APC members, you know. You can imagine the Attorney General coming out to say that since Fubara didn't do anything, why pipelines were being vandalized, that was why the president has to do what. So no constitutional backup, just because you think Fubara was sleeping, and then the president should just come out and release his hammer on him. So when you look at some of the comments, you know, that these people are making, you just know that this is a gang up against Fubara. It's a gang up against Fubara. We've seen people commit all kinds of things in different parts of the country, and nobody goes after them. You know, but this one now, because Rivers State is a target for the APC. Rivers State is a real target for them. They want it at all costs. And that is why Nigerians are saying their eyes are going to be open. Let's see how they are going to snatch Rivers State away. Let's see. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about all what is happening in Rivers State at the moment. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.